Hi, welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to cook creamed corn. I was very inspired by going to one of my favorite markets, Burris Market in Alabama, and to see all the beautiful corn that's in season right now. First off, everybody I'm sure knows how to strip corn. I'm going to strip all these down and make sure you get all the silk. That's what they call this in here. All the silk off the corn. There's a couple different ways to cook creamed corn. The straight method where you just reduce cream down and add the corn. And then there's this method where you just use a little bit of roux to kind of tighten up the cream, and that gives you a thicker cream corn. So a little tablespoon of butter and 2 teaspoons of flour. Just to give it a little bit. You know, we don't need a lot. We're not making it super thick and we're not making a soup. So just enough to kind of hold the cream, kind of stabilize it. 1½ cups of cream. So we're going to leave that on medium heat while we prepare the corn. There is a good way to do this that defines what creamed corn really is. And this is how my granddad used to do it. We're going to lay it flat and just cutting the outside part of the corn off. So what we've done here by doing this is we have the kernels, which are about half of what they would be if we cut them straight off. Now what we're going to do is scrape this with like kind of pointing the knife down a little bit so it shoots into the bowl, and just really scrape all that juice out of the corn. We're using the back of the knife. If you use the front, it will really spray everywhere. And we're pointing it down, so when it splashes against this side of the knife. And it's going to get a little messy, but it's worth it. So we have our big pieces, and then we have our kind of grated corn. And corn juice, that's really going to get that corn flavor out into this creamed corn. So just to give it a little bit of zip to it, maybe it's the Louisiana boy in me, but I always like a little bit of heat in my food. Now this is optional, we don't have to do it, but not just the spice that it gives, but I really like the flavor of the chilies. It just kind of brightens up the corn a little bit. You can use a green jalapeno for this, or you can use less chilies and just, you know, if you have a spicier chili, obviously you would want to use less. And we're going to drop it into our cream that's been cooking for about 5 minutes now, and you can see, you know, the cream's got a nice sheen to it, so it's not too thick. And now it's really simple. All we're going to do here is take this with a plastic spatula so we get all the juice out. I'm going to add a good teaspoon or 2 of salt and juice of half a lemon. White pepper is a choice of a lot of people, but even a little cayenne in here would be good. I like black pepper. Just got that familiar flavor of the kind of foods I grew up with. And now we're just going to let this corn cook real slow, about 10 minutes, and we'll come back and check it. Going to Burris Market on the way to the beach, it's just got all this great produce. The peaches, the watermelon, the fresh corn. That's what summer's all about.
I mean, you can just go through, roast it like that, dip it in butter, anything you want to put on it, and just eat it.
Take a little bite of that.
Yeah, take a little bite of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's good stuff, huh?
That'll be good. You can see how the corn has gotten a little brighter yellow color. That's because, you know, as it cooks, it's going to brighten up a little bit. You can see the cream is nice and creamy. So here we have our delicious creamed summer corn.